Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the Daily Nail. I am Tara, your host. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Okay. Let's make sure the volume is turned down. Okay, there we go. I need to pop off this Manny. I'm going to work on my right hand today. My son is home from school and mind frame. Check him up a little higher. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So, while we wait for some people to join, I am going to, if I can, these are both Hypnotic Nails, Manny's, and the dips always apply so nicely. I have a hard time popping off. So that case I've been watching out of Florida, the Charlie Adelson case, everybody did closing arguments. The jury went to deliberate and they came back last night after 3 hours and like 11 minutes of deliberations, and they found him guilty on all counts. I literally went, yes! I screamed and raised my hands like in a victory sign. And thank goodness, justice for Dan Markel. And there's a good chance that Charlie's mother is going to be indicted next, charged next. Geesh, I don't know if I can get one of these off without an e-file.
Even though this was a victory for the state of Florida, for those prosecutors who put their hearts and souls into getting justice for Dan Markel, there are never winners in a case like this because nothing will bring Dan Markel back, as you know. Georgia Kaplan, though, has to be feeling very good and very accomplished about everything she has done. She spoke out today, didn't she?
All right, I'm going to use my e-file, but I have to change out the bit. I have a ball bit in there. Okay.
So many people wanted the answer to the question of what's next. You even mentioned, can I get a chance to at least sit and bask in this for this moment? But here's
I put a tornado bit in, if you can see that. This works good for me at my sidewalls where I just want to file away a little bit of dip.
I don't know the answer to that question yet, so stay tuned.
Okay. I have it in reverse. That's the way I want it, right? I guess not. I have it the wrong way. There we go. Filing away a little bit of the glitter. I might be going slow, but I'd rather just be gentle and easy on it. Okay. Now these are really thin layers. The dip applied so beautifully. I gotta be like really gentle here. Yeah, he'll be doing life. It's mandatory life. sentence.
Testified at this trial, giving different testimony than she gave in her first two trials that benefited the state, that corroborated what their theory of this case was. And now that there's been a successful conviction,
Hopefully I can get that one.
will she get some kind of legal change to her conviction so that he doesn't have to serve the entirety of that time? She is a mother. She has young children who are now probably in their teens, Julie. What the prosecution response to us was that they have to check with the higher-ups on what will happen when it comes to Catherine McDaniel. Oh, boy, since there's so many questions outstanding. But thank you for asking those questions, Julia. You know we all want to know. And we want to know what your last takeaway is as well. We've got the family reaction, Georgia Councilman, her response, and then last but not least, the convicted killer.
Hey, Michelle.
We were remiss not to mention some of the reactions from Charlie Adelson in the courtroom today.
See, my first messages, I responded back to you again. Like, did you see my messages about the calendar?
He's been denied bond. He's been no bail for him. He's been behind bars. But
I feel awful.
The courtroom before our cameras are rolling, before all of the journalists are let in. So I typically.
It's like a big long story about why I didn't get the amount of money I was supposed to. So, just like, it sounds ridiculous, the whole thing. Well, it's not ridiculous. A friend of ours has breast cancer. So my friend is using her Venmo account as for the fundraiser. So she had no access to her bank account. And so what she had on her was $80 cash. So that was all I could get from her. And then they, like, add insult to injury, I had to go put it on my PayPal card, and then they charged me $4 for that. Hi, Patty. Oh, okay. I was like so stressed over it, Michelle, because it wasn't what I told you. You know what I mean? So I just felt so bad to have to like go back on my word. Money's such a big issue in my life, so like every dollar matters, you know. So it just I assume that's how it is with everybody else, I guess. Guys, it's so hard to pop these off. I might have to file this some more. Oh, wait. I think I might be getting it. This verdict was read. She was looking down. I heard something crack. She had her eyes closed, almost in prayer. Ha, see? Almost tearful when these verdicts came in and this jury was polled. Just a reminder of the emotional toll that a case like this takes on all that it. Oh, I landed in the trash. You're right about that. That doesn't happen very often. Did you see? I always say when I'm vacuuming little pieces of my nails. I didn't notice any tears. Now, where I was seated, I was behind him, so I couldn't see his face once he sat down. I saw his entire body language from behind change. He slumped over. Jeez. He looked hunched. He was talking to his attorneys once he knew it was guilty. So I did see that transformation from behind, but I didn't notice any tears from him. So I mentioned yesterday maybe we do a double dipped Manny, but I couldn't find the dip. Like nothing jumped out at me that I wanted to use. I was really feeling in the mood for a red. And so I wanted to use this red dip from Revel that I never used before. It's a red flaky. I can't find it anywhere. I looked through all my Revel drawers. I looked through boxes on my table. And so then I'm like, all right, well, I'll use its companion flaky. It was like a set of flakies that came out in winter of last year. So I'm like, I'll use the blue one then, the blue flaky. It's called Window Shopper. Couldn't find that one either. But the other ones I bought two other ones, a green one and then a black and silver one. I have both of those in the drawer where the other two should be. And they're just not there. I'm like, what the heck happened to him? That's why I'm running late. I spent so much time looking for him. So I'm like, whatever. So I'm going to use a glitter from Revel I've never used before. It's a glow-in-the-dark glitter called Spark. I've had it for a long time, but I've never used it.
Not anyone who made themselves known to the media where we would know they are here supporting him. But there were more people on the defense side today, I did notice. Sure. Did you ever throughout the trial, Julia, see any kind of a look?
I want to put that channel Grizzly True Crime on because she's been streaming the eye drop murder trial from Wisconsin. She does it a day later, but she cuts out everything, all the breaks and sidebars and all of that. So it makes the whole court day go by in a few hours or whatever. I think that was supposed to start at 11. Let me see if I can find it. How do I find what's live? I know on my... Sidebar. No, that's true. Okay. Court TV. No, they're showing Court TV with live coverage of the eye drop murder trial, but that's not what I want. I'll just search her up. Give me one sec. It should come up right away, yeah. Because I searched her last week. Alright, she should be live. Go. Is this it? Yep, this is it. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. This story is about this woman named Jessie. She's 39 now. She was 35 when it happened. Was taking care, depending on how you want to look at taking care, of a family friend. She was poisoning her, I believe anyway, she was poisoning her with Visine for years because she was having stomach issues for years, for like 2 years. But that's what she ended up dying from, a Visine overdose, like taken orally. So this girl, Jessie, is accused of poisoning her. She drained all of this woman Lynn's bank accounts. She had $88 left in her account. Whoops. When she died, and she had over. No, yeah, I did have. Had over $250,000. She also altered her will, all kinds of paperwork, forged documents. The day Lynn died, Jessie poisoned her and left her home alone and went and opened a JCPenney credit card in Lynn's name. And she's just such a liar. Her stories have changed so many times. And the defense is to like attack the victim because Lynn had a DUI in her past. She was 62 when she died, just young. I told you guys my mother broke her hip dancing at a wedding, which is the way my mother would do it. She's home now and she's going to have a therapist and a nurse, I think, come a few times a week. But I'm super worried about her being there alone because her boyfriend works, you know what I mean? I don't know, I'm just worried. Like, I wish I could be there to watch over her.
She pre-dosed all these bottles of water in the kitchen.
Not all of them, no. She did it with a few.
That sounds ridiculous.
Okay.
No, it isn't though. I'm telling you the truth.
And
Because she had all
she
these
had 15
bottles.
ounces of vodka the day before. She was a 0.0 when she was found. 0.0 ethanol.
And that was the day before.
I get you.
I know
then when she drank, I saw it.
Wow, this one doesn't want to come off.
You poured the vodka.
There we go.
You poured it in the water or the vodka. You poured it.
Ugh.
You gave it to
All
her.
right, I'm stuck to the gel that was on the side here.
She wanted to die. She was real sick. This is not the person she was. I get that. Because she was a hairdresser. She cared to look what she looks like. She looks like a crap here. No one looks good then, but this person, as a whole person, isn't who she wanted to be. And you helped her. And she helped you out over the last 2 years with a lot of money. She did. And it was coming to an end. The money was coming down, and it was time for Vin to move on to a happier place where she wouldn't be miserable. And you helped her. It's that simple.
Oh.
And he gave it to her.
I didn't give it. I gave it to her, like handed it to her, but I didn't give it to her.
So you knew she was putting it in there, the thing up?
I didn't know
You
that.
were there that morning for 4 hours.
That's some gel.
The body was apples.
See if I can get it. Oh, it's a nippers.
So she's taking it at that time.
Well, I told you she was in and out while I was there.
But she's constantly keep those things.
Some of that solid nail glue gel.
She didn't drink 4 bottles in one shot.
She did.
You know, and not only that, all this other time, when you drink Vivien to the level she's drinking it, ingesting it, she's gonna have massive diarrhea. She'll be throwing up. There's no puke on her. No.
Jeez.
There's no pills in her mouth. There's no pills in her tummy.
She doesn't have diarrhea. I didn't stage that. I can tell you right now, I did.
I was gonna do a thermal, but
Honestly, my opinion is
I was really in the mood for red. I'm disappointed.
the water, and I think she went to do the pills next, and I don't think she got very far.
Of course, I have other reds from Revel, but I wanted to use that red flaky. So then I pulled out some other reds, but nothing jumped out at me, you know? This one's pretty. I've never used it. Heartbreaker. It is red, and it's got like pink glitters. It's more like a pinky red, though, I think. It's definitely red, though. And then this one's called Sweetheart. So they came out at Valentine's, but who cares? I mean, they're red, you know, but this is more of like a pink. That's gorgeous, though, that flaky. And it's in a dark base. Oh, maybe I'll use this. I'll show you the dip I picked out. Spark. So it's just a glitter. It's got a bunch of glitters in it. It's a white base with, I think, white and pink glitters, maybe. I don't even really know. Should I use this, the flaky or the glitter, guys? Hey, Britt. Oh, Michelle. I'm reading, catching up on comments. You're so sweet. Thank you, Michelle. Hi, Tara. Hi, Britt.
It's horrible. So we're not going to watch a lot of that.
Hi, Beatrice.
I'm going to save you that pain. So
Advice for nail salons? What's your question? I'm not at a nail salon. I'm just at my house. I don't know how much help we'd be, but we could give you our point of view. Let me know which dip you think I should use, guys. Because tomorrow's One Color Wednesday, so I'm just going to do a full hand. Let me just file the free edges of my nails real quick.
She was just having fun with it for a while. Okay, she was very, very sick since 2016 with symptoms that sound like Vivien poisoning symptoms. Sounds like it. Doctors couldn't figure out quite what's wrong with her. Okay, but JC's like, I thought she was just having some fun with it.
But you knew that she looked it up and you knew that she told you she could die from it. So what do you mean you thought it was just for fun?
Because it wasn't ever happening. She wasn't dying from it, so I didn't believe that she would. I thought she was going to go on to her next scenario.
There we go.
Whatever that may be, I don't know. Like all the other ones she come up with for a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna put my peel base on. Here's the mani from yesterday. Somebody already commented, Britt, about how they loved how I put the glitter on the accent nails. I knew that was gonna happen, that there were gonna be people who thought it was.
Those bottles, oh, she emptied into things. That's what she always did.
Okay, I'm using Lexi Nails Dip Enabler Peel Base,
All these bottles of water and then reseal them.
which is almost gone.
Jesse takes them from the left or takes them from the right. That sounds ridiculous.
I don't know.
Yeah, and then this girl, Jessie, who's on trial, tried saying that Lynn drank Visine in her, she put Visine in her vodka because it made her feel good. If you ingest Visine like that, it gives you really bad nausea, cramps, diarrhea, and if you ingest too much, you can die from it. So this girl was poisoning her for over 2 years, keeping her weak and homebound. And then Lynn hated technology, so she didn't have a computer, she didn't have a smartphone, she didn't have internet. So she paid her bills either in person or by check. She didn't have credit cards or anything. And then her parents died. She got a $250,000 inheritance, and that's all of a sudden she starts getting sick like that. So she was probably being poisoned with Visine for 2 years, and then until the money was out at $88, then Jessie knew that she was going to get some of Lynn's estate because Jessie's mother was Lynn's best friend, and so Jessie was treated like a daughter to Lynn because Lynn never had any of her own children. So, and there was a boy too, a guy who was Lynn's other best friend who had a son. His name is Anthony. Was supposed to get half of everything. She like forged out a will to cut him out and everything. She pawned everything. She had her 2 cats euthanized. And Lynn was a cat lover. She never would have wanted that for her cats. She gave her mother Lynn's Jeep, which Anthony was supposed to get. There was $50,000 in her safe. Jessie took that. That was supposed to be for Anthony's college. It was just like so much horrible stuff this woman did.
She was doing, I would tell you. I would have left it sitting there if I took something away. I didn't touch anything around her. Nothing. I didn't even want all the pills laying around her that she shouldn't have had, and I didn't touch those because I didn't want to take anything away because I knew exactly what it was in general.
Britt, you talking about this glitter? Yeah, it's number 492, so that's how long I've had it for. It's dip number 492. This one is dip 3004, so it's a lot newer. And I've never used this one. So maybe I should, because I've had it for so long but never used it. I do think this looks a lot more attractive. Look at all those flakies, they're beautiful. All right, well, we'll just wait for the peel base to dry, and then well, the lid's not even on. All right, we'll use it. It's got some really pretty iridescent glitters in there. And then, oh, okay, the ones that I was thinking were pink, I think, I can't tell if those are the same glitters or not. There's also different shaped glitters in here. I see small, I see hex glitters, like chunky hex glitters. I also see, the heck are those?
I told you what I did with the bottle.
Something else I saw in here. Foils, maybe? Maybe not foils. Oh yeah, it does look like there are. I'm not going to say anything in case I'm wrong. I'll just wait till I use it.
Full bottles.
And then we'll know.
Water keeps it full.
Let's just hear from them.
I didn't physically see
All
her.
right, how's everybody doing today? Ladies, happy Tuesday to you all.
There's no way.
I should not have picked up my
How does it? I don't know.
nail over here yesterday. I should have just filled the tip because then I spent picking at it and I have a red spot there now and it's like a little bit inflamed.
I mean, that might actually be true. Maybe she put a whole bunch
I
of
didn't
trash
think it was super noticeable, but maybe it is.
Maybe took out the trash 3 days before. That part might
I got
actually be
dry
true.
skin.
There's a little
Dominic's lips are chapped so bad.
I'm telling you.
He's got like red all above his upper lip.
Take anything away. I swear to God.
He's been using chapstick, but
That was the
I see him, this has happened to him in years past when he was younger, and it's like they can't help but lick it, you know. And I'm like, try not to lick it when you're outside, you know, in the cold. That's just making it worse.
But how do we know that? Because for 3 days now, you've been telling us lies. And then you've been telling Scott lies.
What
You've
do
been
you
telling
want me
Bob
to
lies.
tell you or do?
I want to know really what happened that day. You know what? I'm actually starting to think that maybe Chris is right. That you knew she was trying to harm herself, and you were doing a half-assed job of trying to stop her from doing it. I think part of you maybe actually felt bad. You knew that she was sick and wanted
Okay,
to
so
because I don't think
the
you're.
4 of us here are on Hypnotic, so
I don't know.
we are gonna do the collab on the 15th.
Right. When he says.
Winter / festive theme using the new collections. However, we're gonna make it
How do you know that?
Because that's what she said.
so anybody can participate, not just the ambassadors. We'll use the new collections. Everybody else can just do a mani, and if they use at least one Hypnotic. So here it is. Everybody who does a mani and participates is going to get 1 entry for there's going to be a contest with a giveaway. We'll get 1 entry. If you use Hypnotic color, you'll get 2 entries.
That's probably true. What's the lie then? In my opinion.
And then everybody's name will go on to a wheel.
I gave it to her because she said I wanted it. I didn't realize who to say it. I knew she told me, hey, I have this one, I have this one, and I have my dog.
So we're getting rid of the Follow Friday group, and we're starting up a likes for likes group. We're only going to post every other week, not every week. So every other week, and the graphic says like 5 for 5 or 10 for 10, basically, you know what I mean?
So I didn't think I would.
5, you know, so somebody will go and like either 5 or 10 of your posts. They'll comment done on your post, and then you go back and return the favor, however many they liked, you know what I mean? And then underneath it says like, if you want to participate, leave your handle in the comments, because say Michelle posts it and I comment on it, you know, that I like 10 of her posts, you know, done 10 with my handle. Then somebody else who sees Michelle's posts or whatever is going to see mine. Oh, and I'll write, we'll return all engagement. You got to write that. We'll return all engagement if you want to participate. Or most people do. And then people will go and like your post, and then you return the favor to them. So anyway, we are starting that group. We're going to start this Friday. Just a simple graphic. Do any of you guys want to join?
She did it. That's what she wants to. Yes, that's how she likes to drink her vodka. It's what she likes to add to her water, right? Like, who on earth is
I'm waiting for some guinea pig food from Amazon to get here.
They really do. And the stories
Think
are
we're dry.
more and more bizarre, aren't they?
I'm fixing there, the other.
Yep. Is that what you're going with?
No, I didn't think it was a good
Why
idea.
did you give it to me?
So I guess I'll pour over. This is one where I ordered a ½ ounce and they sent me a whole ounce.
She was screaming at me.
But that, I think they stopped doing that since they're like more popular or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember the last time I got a 1 ounce when I ordered a half ounce. But again, this was dip number 492. It was, you know, when I first started dipping, so I probably bought this maybe 2021, early 2021 or something. I don't even have to think because it's going on every nail. Okay, so I'm putting dip base
Yeah, Evie said.
over the nail. I'm gonna pour over. It's a big jar.
I know, right? Letitia with Eduardo and all of those stories. That was very hectic.
I just think if I were to lay flat for both of these dips, I'd pick up way more glitters, and I'm not really trying to do that. Oh yeah, so there's like, I don't know if these are shard glitters.
I didn't ever put it in there. Ever. She did that
I
behind
don't
us.
believe it in Scott's not going to believe it, just so you know. He's not going to read that. He's going to think you're a liar.
I didn't murder her.
Let me grab a plastic bag too. We're definitely gonna need one to push
Was that
down.
the first time that you had heard anything about 6 bottles of Visine in a water bottle?
Yes,
There's 2 pieces of paper on the table. What are those?
I believe those are scene photos.
Okay. Do you recall from the scene photos, is there a bottle of water in them? Or a water bottle in the photos?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Wonder if what would happen if I just lay
So
flat
when
into it.
Ms. Kraszewski said that bottle of water had 6 Visine in it, do you know what she was referencing?
Somebody's outside banging.
The bottle that was next to Miss Herndon that at the time that had contained at least six bottles of Visine that she knew was in there.
Coverage is definitely
First time
thicker.
that you had ever been told Ms. Kraszewski and Ms. Herndon fought for an hour and a half before Ms. Kraszewski left that day.
That was the first time.
Moving to slide 7, please. This is about another 15-minute clip.
All right. Are you guys doing One Color Wednesday tomorrow? And do you know what dips you're using?
You can see all of them work at the same time. Is that more pictures?
Yeah, I don't know about the personal representative, that the will was left to me. I did not know that, no.
How did you not know that when you signed it, though?
I did.
So who signed this?
I signed that. That's not for her will. This is
I
for
did it on power.
living will. That's for the hospital. That's what that means. That I'm access to medical at the hospital and her lockbox. That's all
Is
that.
Mallory here?
I know because she had me type that up and we went to sign it at the Harris.
There it is. She had me type that up. Yeah, we know you typed up a couple of copies of those. Living will and testament, even from jail.
You did Hypnotic?
These with a new living will and testament from Lynn when she was already arrested. So like a year later. Wow.
That's not her will. Living will is for medical decisions. That's what a living will is. I
Britt,
did
what's
not
the
know
no
she
thanks
needed
for?
a physical will. No, I did not. My mom didn't even know that. That's for medical. That's for the hospital and the lockbox. I did not know anything about the will. Neither did my mom.
All that kind of stuff. You don't
Yeah.
hold it to the personal representative.
No, I did not know that.
Oh, you did? What dip did you use, Tara?
I didn't kill her for any financial gain. Nor did I kill her.
It is actually really pretty. Just with the one dip. This one, because it's got more of the glitters on it. But I'm going to use pour over method. Keep these first layer thin.
I bought the shit. I didn't put it in there. I gave her the bottle of water. I did help her. That's as far as I.
She can barely move. How can she do this herself? How can she put those 6 bottles?
She was doing that. She physically
The
was
day,
doing that.
the day before.
No, they did not happen. It happened 2 days before.
The 2 days before. How many bottles did you buy?
She had a total of like 11.
How many did you buy? 2 days.
3 days before.
3 days before.
Well, I didn't buy them actually. I don't know. I bought them like around
The
there.
week?
Yeah.
How many?
11. Yeah.
Where'd you
And
get
2
it?
were the items. I don't know for sure.
Where do you think you got it?
That glitter came off.
It's just wherever I was going for something. So it wasn't like I just went out for eye drops.
Did you bring some up and buy some here, some there, some here? it's funny when you're buying 11 bottles of drops. They're not anything.
Nope.
I would think it's weird.
I do too.
Because my brain's not up, twisted, you know.
No, nobody ever said anything. I didn't break them up.
When you bring in the 11 bottles, the two ones for
Oh, you did? I have that one.
To give to her, she got put them on the counter.
Oh, Brit.
She needs one. That's why I still don't know why there isn't one, because she normally had one.
Oh, okay, Brit.
On the kitchen or in the bathroom. She
All right,
one.
Michelle.
And I know that for sure. And I didn't hide it or put it anywhere.
So none of you guys want to do it?
When I left that day, they were sitting.
Try our engagement group.
The kitchen sink is where I was the counter, whatever you call it.
And then the morning of her death, you come and obviously no bottles of Visine around.
No, I got rid of them the 2 days before.
I'll tell you, I have posted likes for likes graphics before, and they get a lot of engagement.
Because when she had the garbage, like I always take that for bottles.
Especially if you post the right hashtags. Don't just post nail hashtags with it. Post likes for likes, engagement post. You know what I mean? Like for like back or something like that. So then those people who participate in those will see it. So it might not just be nail accounts commenting.
Why would you do such a thing? I just can't even believe. I mean, in many cases, I know that Jesse is innocent of proven guilty.
That sweet boy Josh B, train artist or something.
I don't know if they're going to.
He does like computer he draws on computers, you know, like Transformers, and he makes up different cartoons. He loves Thomas the Tank Engine and stuff. I don't think he's a teenager, but he's young, you know what I mean? But he comments every day on my nails. He's so sweet.
The thing she's blaming Lynn for, it's quite sickening, huh?
Plain as day because I wanted to know. Because I always asked her. I wanted to know how much she put where.
And so she put some of the vodka and some of the water.
Okay, Michelle,
She don't know which one.
I understand.
It was the one water on the side. Right side.
And you know that because she marked it, she pointed it to you.
No, you can tell by looking at it. The top of it.
So I offered to do a live in the Hypnotic group, but if I was going to do it, like Mel said, we could add the people at the live to the giveaway. Like if they're there, they're going to get another entry type thing, or 2 entries. But I would have to do it this weekend because that's the only weekend before the giveaway, you know. I didn't want to put that up as an offer, and I kind of wanted to just check with Nick and Dominic. Well, Nick really. Because I did one last weekend, you know. If I wasn't doing one every day, it wouldn't be a big deal.
I don't think she really thought either because I always got her water. Why did she ask me to get her water? I don't think she planned on it or thought that was going to happen right away. I'm telling you, she's done it before, so we didn't really see this being any different.
It's hard to watch, right? Hearing all this stuff.
All
I
right.
couldn't do it without you, so thank you.
So now we can lay flat for dip number 2. Get more glitters on there.
Finally joined. Thank you, Grizzly and B, for being so amazing. Hashtag justice for it. Thank you so much, Amy. Really appreciate it.
So we'll start our second layer at the pinky.
Oh, actually, I grabbed 2 regular bottles of water from just the regular, and I brought them to her, and she said, no, I want my other bottle.
Which is the one you know has 6 bottles by the because she told you. And you give it to her.
Well, we argued about it. But eventually,
What was the argument?
I said, I don't think you need to take this right now, and I'm not going to be here. Because normally she would try at least to have it while I was there in case something did happen. I prefer it. She didn't always listen to me. I'm not going to tell you she did. And she said, no, I want that bottle.
Remember, Jessie had errands to run. She had to go and open accounts. You know, at JCPenney isn't. There's
a lot of glitter on here.
So she was like, I'm going to leave now. You be careful. This is the story she wants us to believe. I'm gonna leave now. Then in her story, it's apparently yelling at her like, just give me the bottle of Visine. Yeah, right. She's like, I've got to run some errands. I've got to go and spend some more of your money.
Okay.
Put me to sleep. I want to go to sleep. We argued about it for a good 5-10 minutes. And I said, no, you don't need to take it. I said, you already had some last night and you had your vodka. That's exactly how it went.
And you gave it.
Yep.
And you gave it to her.
I always gave in to what she wanted because it's her choice and what she wanted. She wanted
It is your choice.
this, I let her have this. She wanted that, I let her have it.
There we go. That looks good.
She's a really great caretaker, huh? Yes. I mean, whatever she wants. Visine all day in her vodka, sure. 'Cause I'm taking care of her.
Hey, Brandis.
When you see her drinking the water.
She never asked it.
A little bit before I left, and 2 subs.
Then you left.
Yep.
Would you agree?
She never asked.
But I also thought.
So I'm using Spark from Revel for One Color Wednesday. I've never used this dip before. I've had it for a while. At least 2 years.
I can't say for sure. Certain, maybe 3 or 4. She started off.
I couldn't find 2 dips
You're gonna have to kind of
that I wanted to use, you guys. Window Shopper and then the red one. I have them on the swatch, my swatch ring. I know I have them, but they're both not in the drawer they should be in.
One time
I looked all over my table, didn't find them. I looked in the box of Revel dips to send that I have to send to Mallory, didn't find it there.
Pretty much the normal.
So I was like losing my mind, you guys.
I also am thinking in my head right now, this is exactly what she said from day one. She always wanted help, and she always was worried that it was going to backfire.
because you could have prevented this.
What do you do when somebody you love is done? What do you do?
Yes, flip the script. She's like, what do you do when someone you love is done? What do you do? Oh, wow. Mr. Grizzly says, hi, everyone. He brought me, you know, this is my favorite. Brought me a boba tea. So,
Alright.
thank you to everyone who bought coffees, because going towards this, and that boba tea. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, take a deep breath. Buckle up, everyone.
The glitter hanging off. There we go. I have a few glitters hanging off the nails,
Say no.
but I'm not worried about it. I will file them away later.
What do you do? How can you look at somebody every day that doesn't want to be here and fights with you about every little thing? And I'm being 100% real with them. What do you do? There's only so much. I took her to the hospital. I tried. I'm the one who got her to go.
You see, Charlie Adelson was convicted, Brandis.
They would know something. They would do something. I mean, I told them so much without telling them everything.
Convicted of first-degree murder, convicted of conspiracy to commit murder, first-degree murder, and convicted of, I forget what the third charge was, not paying or something like that for a murder.
She now claims to have told people, even, you know, the hospital, whoever, anyone that asked about, yes, she told them about
I'm so happy. I thought they wouldn't come back till today, and I'd be waiting all night, but nope. I had the TV on. I just so happened to look up. I see everybody back in the courtroom. I'm like, whoa! So I kind of had a feeling it was going to be a guilty verdict because they only deliberated for 3 hours and they hadn't had lunch. So they probably had lunch too during that time. This is actually a really pretty glitter.
I would never really harm anybody or do it. She wanted that.
I know. I can't.
I didn't even charge with murder or something. I didn't do. You're telling me you were so careful much that hurt. I didn't do it though.
What do you mean, Jesse?
Okay.
What do you think was going to happen when you gave her a bottle of water with 6 bottles of Visine.
I didn't think she was gonna die because she said it before and I'm telling her that I know. All she would do was fall asleep and she'd come a few hours
But you
later.
weren't worried about it.
I was always worried.
But did you call
Should
her?
we set a date for our Secret Santa, you guys? What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe once or twice.
She answered.
No.
Why did you call her?
Should we do like December 15th, December 20th, after
You were worried.
a couple days after Christmas, the 26th, New Year's? I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
Four and a half. Yeah. I said 12:30.
And when I got back, do you know how many times I walked her and I was thinking I'd find her done? How many times? This happened a lot. It wasn't just one time. I didn't think it was going to happen. I wasn't trying to make it happen. I'm just serious.
Chastity's birthday is this month, you guys. Double Dipped is doing a collab, but it's like birthstone colors, like citrine. I do not have anything like that from Double Dipped, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, I messaged Chastity, DM'd her, asking, like, do I have to use a Double Dipped color? Because I don't have that. But she hasn't seen the message yet.
I gave her a Visine bottle of water.
So I guess if Double Dip's having a collab for her, we don't need to have one.
Because now here we are.
I get what you're saying, but you know, I don't know how to explain it because I've never went through this cycle.
It's set in the app.
You're supposed to sit there and watch somebody you love. You want to do this.
What's that mean?
How do you feel about that? Do you know how messed up I was in the head with all
Did
this?
you want Linda Kaido?
No.
And why didn't you talk to somebody? Why didn't you tell somebody? Why didn't you tell a healthcare
Okay.
provider?
I tried when I tried the hospital.
Scott and say, this is fucking up, Scott.
Because
He loves you, for
he
Christ's
loves
sake.
me.
He
You
loves you.
should know that I was drinking a ton because I didn't know what to think.
He would have helped you.
But I got her to the hospital.
He would have helped you. No, it would have.
Probably.
You're trying to say, oh, I was casually trying to tell the doctor.
I wasn't-
The doctors what to look for. Why didn't you tell them? Take them aside and say, look, I love her. I think she's.
This is super pretty. I'm so.
She wants to
Hmm.
have a
That's why they put a
I should have used it before today, huh, guys?
I said that. I didn't know how much to say to you. I didn't want to get in trouble either. You have to remember from day one when she always said, can you help me? Can you do this? She you know what she wanted? She wanted me to pull the trigger. Do you think I could do that? Do you think I could honestly do that? No. I can't. She could have been dead 3 months ago if I would have helped her. And I couldn't do that. I couldn't physically do that. I get it. I'm a piece of shit and you guys think whatever, but
There you go.
somebody that I care a shit deal about had nothing to do with fucking money. She was poor when I met her and we were still friends.
Okay, cute.
Okay, but you met her when you were a kid, and then around 2015, Lynn got an inheritance of $250,000 that I'm sure you, being in your life, heard about.
I have a bare spot there.
Started, hey. According to Jesse, so when did Lynn start putting Visine in vodka just for funsies? She'll probably be like, 3 years. She actually said 3 years in some of the other interviews. Interesting timing, isn't that?
That's better.
It's not about money.
Sounds a lot like it's about money, and of course, she's facing first-degree murder charges and 2 counts of felony theft, and they've already gone over a lot of financial records and things. So we know she was paying Lynn's money at the same time as Lynn was
Oh.
worse and worse and worse symptoms, stomach problems.
Oh, okay.
Was battling
Name draw 11:15 exchange date. All right. That sounds good. Oh, yeah. You're the one who has the app downloaded, right, Brandis?
stomach problems started around 20.
I've never used anything like that before. Last year, we I forget how we do it, if Patty used the wheel, but Patty did it. She was in charge of drawing the names.
14 years later.
No, we didn't do one last year. It was 2 years ago we did one.
I was with her daily. And to be with Daisy, the way she would talk, I was giving her stick.
Did you put those?
Did we set a limit?
I swear to God, I didn't put them there. I put them there whole. Before I left, I put them there whole.
We said 15. Should we bump it to 20? It's hard. There's not a lot you can get with $15. If you want to buy dips, I mean, if you go into like Temu or Shein, you can get a lot, but
Present Jessie constantly crying for herself. It's probably here as well, where she realizes again, oh crap, this is bad.
so this definitely, I thought it was white, but it is pink. The base acrylic, you know, it's a light pink, but it is pink. See how they glue. Looks like they might glow purple.
I didn't move her body at all except to touch her breathing when I came back. She was done.
Oh yeah, kind of like a
Detective, I want to ask you a few
bluish
questions. This
purple.
clip will kind of go
Pinky purple. I think
in
it's
reverse
pink.
order. There was another discussion about there being a camera installed at the hospital. Do you
Let's
recall that?
encapsulate.
And last week, do you remember when we went through Exhibit 207 with the jury, which was a portion of the medical record?
Yes.
And can you summarize what that record said about the camera for the jury?
There's a camera
The
placed.
state's
in the room,
probably gonna rest their
due
case
to
soon.
Ms. Vernon not following instructions regarding getting out of bed and not using the call light appropriately.
In any of the medical records you reviewed, was there notations that this friend, Jesse Krzyzewski, indicated Lynn Hernan was suicidal?
None whatsoever.
There was.
Have you, Brandis?
And
I didn't put anything on my wish list. You guys all know me. I think it'll be easy enough to satisfy me, you know.
September 28th.
So I didn't put anything on my wish list. I trust you all to hook me up with something sweet.
Yes.
And
I don't know. I mean, it would have to be
there was
agreed on by everybody, you know. What do you guys think? Is that too much, or is 20 good with you guys, or what?
And in terms of how many
I think we did
times
15 2 years ago, but with inflation and everything.
I'm sorry, what's the question?
Sure, when there was discussion about dosing different things like vodka and water bottles, right?
Yes.
Did Ms. Krzyzewski tell you that the first day Lynn Hernan ever drank a bottle with Visine in it was October 3rd?
No.
What did she say about that?
She said she had been doing that for a while. She had been dosing the water and vodka.
But in reality, only 6 days had elapsed since Ms. Hernan was in the hospital.
Correct.
Okay. When
Opinions, ladies? I know you guys are at work, so when you get a minute, let me know what you
I
think.
actually tried to drink it when I was there. Sustained. Did Ms. Krzyzewski tell you when Ms. Hernan usually tried to drink her dosed items?
Tara, are you
During the
knitting
portion of the
today
interview,
again, or are you working on your nails?
Ms. Hernan had tried to drink her dosed water or vodka when Ms. Krzyzewski was present
Did she say why?
to make sure she was okay.
Was that consistent with what Ms. Krzyzewski was telling you about Ms. Hernan wanting to die?
No, that would not be consistent.
Pause for a second. We are
You are knitting. Nice.
It's a 5-hour footage.
Yeah, that's fine with you, Michelle.
I'm not going to be watching you from the last bit today, the cross-examination today, although I will make it available.
At least that way, if you want to buy tips for somebody, you can get two. You know what I mean? 2 minis. Like $15. I don't know. I just think, I don't know. I'm willing to go up $5 this year.
Do you recall in the clip that the jury just watched the time period of the argument between these two individuals changing?
Yes.
It's been a long time since I've done a full chunky glitter mani.
Obviously, initially there was no discussion of any argument. During the initial portion of this clip, it was, we argued for, Ms. Krzyzewski stated that her and Ms. Hernan argued for over an hour about the one bottle of water with the 6 bottles of Visine in it. It was a very short argument and just got it for her.
And finally, during the clip the jury just watched, was there more discussion regarding Ms. Hernan's will?
Yes.
What did Ms. Krzyzewski say about her knowledge of the will?
During that initial portion, she stated that she believed it was just for medical decisions, and I believe the lockbox at BMO Harris.
Okay, so there is a clip where a piece of paper was shown to Ms. Krzyzewski, right?
Correct.
Do you remember what that was?
I believe that was the living will and testament.
Okay. And fair to say that's different than the will filed in probate?
Yes.
Okay. So during this clip, what did Ms. Krzyzewski tell you about her understanding of the actual will in this case?
That she was not the representative for that.
We talked about this last week. Do you recall when we showed the jury Exhibit 83? And if I could publish that, please, it's already in evidence.
All right. Definitely gonna have to press these down.
We talked about this last week.
Yes, I do.
Okay, how about you, Patty? You got quiet all of a sudden, you hear?
Or does that indicate this was actually filed?
That's correct. Yes.
And if we go to page 2,
And Chastity usually participates in these things, and I don't even think she knows about it.
can you remind the jury of the signing date on this document?
She responded in the double dip chat,
29th.
and their collab is the
What did
15th,
everyone
too.
listen to?
The same as the Dipnotic collab. And then Brandis's collab is the 17th. Brandis, she liked butterflies and fairies. Is that what? I know it was butterflies, but was fairies the other thing?
Just teleport it a little bit there and see that effect in your saving.
Oh, okay. If I told you Chastity was in, then she must have said she was in me. Because she did come around briefly, I think a couple weeks ago.
Really want to see her zoomed in, do you? But we're gonna.
Patty must have left. That bitch. Let's start talking. No, I'm just kidding. I love her. All right, if I said Chastity was in, then she's in. I always, you know, my memory's crap. Thank God I have you to rely on, Michelle. I don't know what I do. This is pretty. Then it looks in the jar.
And what do you guys actually think of this, like, everything that's up?
I think, I'll tell you, right from day one, I think she wanted to die anyhow. That's what I think happened. The money was just flat on the machine. We don't make that decision on our case together, we drop down the case.
Nice and smooth.
What are you thinking here? I need to know.
Whoop.
I'm realistic
All right.
looking at.
That's good.
I guess it's going to be up to the district attorney's office whether or not they believe that you.
I would guess you have some culpability in her death, it's assisted suicide or conspiracy to cause death. We don't make that, that's illegal.
She looks, that's a whore, 39, right? She's the same age as me, but she looks like she said no sleep. The weekend was rough for her, okay? This was one way through. This is how she started Monday. Sure.
That's tough. Our job is to find the truth.
And what do you guys actually think of this, like, everything that's up?
I think, I'll tell you, right from day one, I think she wanted to.
It's hard to press down the free edge part of my nail.
The money was just flat on the machine. You weren't taking care of her, you were going by there until she was taking care of that, and I get that. Because that's hard work. She's not one. She knows she's like family, but it's not your mother. It's not your sister. So she appreciated someone like you being there, sitting watching soaps, chatting with her, listening to her problems.
Ouch, in the throat.
And again,
You okay?
she wore you down, and you
Yeah, she does have a lot of patience.
because you loved him, and he's a good guy, and but she wore you down. You didn't want to lie to your mother, and you were carrying too much load, more than the shoulders you carried. That's what happened. And that day, she decided this was it. That's why the stuff's pulled out, where the little kind of say, hey, I'm going to take this, I'm gonna take that.
Can you start flossing?
That's what happened.
Are you like,
And you know it. That doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you someone to care about her mother. And you got out of control. Right? You got out of control. And looking back at it, you feel so bad. Because you know that's not who you are.
Okay.
I know that I'm gonna probably go to prison for the rest of my life for helping the shit out of him.
Now she's trying to make it sound like it was an assisted suicide. She's being interviewed by the detectives, like they're showing it during her trial, you know.
But I just, the way she's leaning into this, like, you know what I think? Is what
Wisconsin has some crazy trials, I'll tell you.
selling her this whole story, and she now the one of her something.
You wanted it in your house. You made a mistake, but she wore you down. She has some culpability.
It's the same judge who had the Darrell Brooks case, the guy who ran everybody over at that Christmas parade in Wisconsin a few years ago. He represented himself. The judge had so much patience. He would go off on rants and stuff. Had to be removed from the courtroom.
And finally, slide 9.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Chris answered your question.
Little bump.
I know I made my point really clear yesterday. I am now venturing that this was just what Chris says it was. But I also think that we're 95% of the truth, that we're still missing that 5%. And it's tough because we are getting it. They think that we are getting it, but we're still not there. We know 95%. We're still missing. There's still some things that aren't adding up.
Pretty smooth. So I'm gonna have to do some smoothing, but not as much as I would have otherwise.
Start later on, you decide you want to talk, you want to tell us the last 5%. This is the chance, because again, we talked about appearances and how it looks later on when it's this and it's that and it's changed.
Did I tell you what I did? I submitted my nail boom mani on Sunday and then went and posted it on Instagram into the Nail Boo Facebook group. And then I got a message from Nail Boo saying they removed my post because the colors hadn't been released yet. But nothing on there in that whole thing I read had a release date. I just assumed that's when it was, you know. So, whoopsie. So I deleted my Instagram post too, even though it had been up for a day or half a day.
So I mean, 100%. I do not think that was.
What'd you think of the colors, Brandis?
She's been pulling that out though, because when we went to the hospital, she had that with us. Because that was for the hospital.
Hey, I watched the Lifetime movie on Alex Murdoch last night. It was a two-parter, but I found it on YouTube. It's pretty good. They took some liberties with things like private conversations, you know what I mean, like with his wife and Paul and stuff, but it was still good. Bill Pullman plays Alec Murdoch.
Make sure she told me that for the last 6 months, where all of her stuff is to know and have ready and.
He wants to start half hour ago. We gotta lay it out. That morning you talked, you knew what your plan was.
I've known it for months.
And when you gave her that bottle, you were sick inside.
I was sick inside. side, but I
Otherwise,
didn't think I might have
this was kind of gonna.
because
Okay, I'll start my filing. The pinky at the cuticle.
But I can honestly say I did not know it was the first time I was doing it around the
And was spinning in her head. And she thought I heard that or she might be dead. And you can't tell because he's too good of a person. And you feel horrible. You feel horrible about all this.
Her last will at the house has Anthony and my mom on it. The last will.
Oh.
She probably found it. It was there.
Yeah, yeah. The last one is the house.
Oh, I just bumped that. Sorry.
That one is at the house.
Oh, I must have missed that part. Whoops.
We went to the hospital, like,
Maybe they won't ask me anymore.
Sarah D, 1987, thank you for being a member for 18 months.
I used all 3.
11 minutes ago when
I thought we had to.
many more months and years of membership. Well, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it.
I did not know that. I want that. No,
Yeah,
my mom knew too.
It's over. Trying to help her. She was done. She was in such pain, such misery, and you did what you thought was right. It's that simple. You did what you thought was right. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And you feel horrible about it.
Everyone said it was right. I said what she wanted because she wanted it.
But you resisted a bunch of times
No,
before,
but this time-
before you down, and this time this was it.
If I would have thought this was right, I would have pulled the trigger and just shot her.
You're not that person.
Okay.
You're not that person.
So it is lumpy at the free edges and stuff from pressing down after activating. So we got to smooth that out.
Is that the last time that you spoke with Ms. Kraszewski?
No, it is not.
Okay. I want to ask you, I want to go back and ask a couple of questions about interrogation techniques. Have you received training specific to interrogation techniques?
Yes, I have.
And we can take on the public now, sorry, thank you. Did you turn your lapel mic back on? Yes, okay.
But, so non-fix says if Jesse had covered any, could she have been the one to tell the doctor to do not resuscitate?
Okay.
Then I don't think there was a do not resuscitate order because otherwise the hospital would have honored that. And I think they said from when Lynn was in the hospital for 13 days, already within the first day, all her levels were showing improvements, which seems to me like, oh, if I had to just think, and say an
That
opinion,
looks pretty
for a
good.
second, I'd be like, ooh, so the poisoning stopped, and then you were in hospital, recovery. But Jesse was ready for whatever happened, it seemed. I mean, Lynn left the hospital on September 28th, and she died on October 3rd. So she must have been given more Visine. Just checking.
Could you give the jury an example of some?
Yes,
types of
I
techniques
have
that
used the bill powder as clear, but then the other day or last week, Michelle's like,
There's
it's not clear. You'll be disappointed if you use it. So then she got me thinking, even though I've used it before, as when I do nail boom manis, I use it as their clear. I was like, I didn't want to screw anything up. These were dark colors, so I didn't use it
sometimes you're taught in
to encapsulate.
a common factor that sometimes you use techniques.
But I've always used it before to encapsulate.
Techniques, but there are trained ones where you provide information, again, leading, not misleading, but not correct information. It's hard to say it's an absolute outright lie, but there's different techniques that are used during interrogation.
And when you said building rapport, would that sometimes include sympathizing or empathizing with a suspect?
Very much so.
Is that a technique you sometimes use?
My preferred, yes. You obviously want to be in a rapport with anybody you're talking to, especially when you're doing an interrogation.
Does that mean that sometimes you're sympathizing with someone and you don't actually feel that way?
Yes, we tend to agree to things that you may actually be disagreeing with. And when I talked about that earlier, that's where, again, you're not trying to mislead or lie, but again, agreeing with them.
So then they don't make anything to encapsulate with, Michelle? A clear?
Hand to her face because we want to see. I want to see what it looks like. Yeah, you are played. What else you done? also happy birthday to Jojo Riley. It's your birthday today, and Maurice as well. Happy birthday to both of you.
Now, you said that you actually spoke with Mr. Shesky again.
Yes,
Is that the next day on the 12th of July?
I believe so, yes.
So, just so that the jury is recalling what we've done so far, last week we began with Exhibit 202, and was that July 9th of 2019?
Correct.
And so that first interview, was that the same day as the search warrants?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Exhibit 203, what date was that?
July 10th.
And then Exhibit 204 that we just watched, what day was that?
July 11th.
So far we've done consecutive days.
Correct.
Okay. I'd like to show just the witness Exhibit 205.
Okay.
The detective, let me know when that's on your screen.
It is on my screen.
Now I'm just gonna shape
In terms of
the free edge of the nail.
Yes, it is.
and looking at the slides briefly, do you believe you recognize those still images?
Yes.
What is Exhibit 205?
Portions of the interview conducted with Ms. Krzyzewski on July 12th, 2019.
Okay. Why did this interview occur?
I believe, again, we were requested to speak with Ms. Krzyzewski.
And did you honor that request?
Yes, we did.
Have you seen all the clips before?
Yes, I have.
Are they fair and accurate clips of the interview that you participated in?
Yes, it is.
I move Exhibit 205 into evidence, ask for permission to publish. No objection.
Exhibit 205 is received, permission to publish is granted.
And detectives, similarly to the other video exhibits we've had, does this title page indicate the date of the interview?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
A video that she recorded and phone conversations, or not phone conversations, talking conversations and papers that she had signed.
This nail's kind of
When she
wonky.
was first like going through some stuff, I also do have some bottles of Vivien with dates on them, and I do have that partial gun. I don't have any bullets. I don't have the bomb that fires it, and this is all a safekeeping that Lynn actually held on to, and I added to in case something ever happened. I didn't want to tell you guys until I talked to an attorney. That's my biggest thing is I want to talk to somebody, because I don't know what to do going forward. And my mom was hoping they find it. I said, no, it's not at the house. My mom doesn't know where it is. She doesn't know anything.
Okay, so with that being said, you just made a comment. You said you wanted an attorney.
I'm gonna have one of these Jolly Rancher berry berries. They've been sitting here since last time.
If you want to talk to us any further, you want an attorney. Okay, so
I
understand your right to don't want to keep talking to us, okay? Is that true?
Correct.
Okay, remember.
Nope, and that's why I'm letting you know. I have put it off, because I was hoping she would have here.
Michelle, that's so funny. Like the clips, the file, mine all goes into the trash too.
She's super cheerful now, isn't she? It's well, so this is the next day from what we just saw before, the crocodile field. This is now the next day.
Never talked, but I don't know how it works. Basically, this is where I'm at. And I know that something's going to happen, obviously. I know you guys are still looking at this stuff. I know.
And slide 3, please.
But I feel like I have been very, yes, I've been back and forth, but I feel like now you guys know the most. I feel like I still don't know. You guys are still digging into stuff, and I don't know why. I don't really know why. Because, you guys said, well, the medical examiner said that. And something Detective Cole said, he caught me wrong at the end of the interview. And he kept saying, oh, I think you did it for this. And at the end of the interview,
Looking good.
I feel like he was saying, you're a murderer. That's honestly how I felt. So I went, I'm getting two different sides here. I don't know if you guys are playing like the good cop, bad cop. I always watch cops. Too much, I'm telling you to do it. I'm telling you.
He's enough too. He's about to oh man. Like, what's going on? You're making
Okay.
me feel like a murderer. Okay. what you're being charged with.
It's voting day in Rhode Island, like the local elections. So our polling places are at the schools. So there's no school today. And next Tuesday, Dominic has an appointment at the eye doctor in the morning. So he won't be going to school next week either. But I should be back in time for the live that day. Can't believe Thanksgiving's in just a few weeks. It's early this year too, the 23rd. Double Dips Clear is really good. Hypnotics Clear is really good. Cosmics Clear is really good. I don't have an issue with hardly any clears.
No, I'm not saying that. I just don't know at this point where to feel like things are. I don't know what to think next because I'm not getting anywhere. Do you know what I mean? I used to work for a law firm.
It's an interesting way of she's like, I don't know. Your weird little accent suddenly coming out of nowhere. And just like, I just feel like I'm not getting anywhere. Your manipulation tactics are not working. You feel like you're not getting the results you want. People are not buying all your ever-changing stories. So you want to know, what do they know? Where are we at?
So I'm not saying I'm done talking. I just don't know when's enough to be like, okay, I need to talk to somebody because I'm facing some serious charges. That's where I'm at. I don't know because I'm getting it both ways. I'm getting, well, I see it looking like this. Well, obviously you guys don't know what the DA is going to do. But then you guys are like, well, we're still looking into this.
That looks good.
Well, we're still looking into the entire investigation, Jesse. I mean, it's not just, this isn't, a boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband or wife pissed me off, and she told me she was cooking dinner, she came and I shot her. It's not cut and dry like that. There is so many different components to this, and yesterday I think we're 95%. I think we're all on the same page. Sorry, with what happened. I still think there's some loose ends that we have to tie up, and it would be nice to tie up. But now you're coming forward and saying, I have this, and that might help me. And that's the part where it boggles the mind.
Dominic's outside playing basketball.
Because the reality is, you knew you were giving Lynn, something.
He's good at it. He's better than me.
But I also wasn't giving her.
This is still
That's where
bumpy.
I feel like now you guys are lying. Did she know?
But here's the part. So you want us, because we can't ask them that question anymore. If you want us to trust you and believe that you're telling us there and saying, hey, detective, I swear to you, Lynn knew she was getting that. Yeah. But what are we supposed to think when Tuesday's a different story, Wednesday's a different story, Thursday's a different story, now come Friday, I have stuff that tells me that I don't.
That looks good.
That's where I'm telling you the perception of what are we supposed to think when it hasn't been. All right, guys.
Okay, so I can see you guys are lurking on the current day and on what you're watching. Okay, so might as well break it to you that yes, the state has rested their case. So
Ooh, the state did rest their case.
the defense's turn to present their case, and I'm eager to see if they're even going to do that. Are they going to bring Jesse's ex-boyfriend back on the stand because he's the only witness they wouldn't release from the subpoena? Or are they also just going to say they don't? Or is Jesse going to take the stand?
I know. I wonder if Jesse's going to take the stand.
Tomorrow. I'll keep an eye on it though. And for those of you,
Should be stupid too.
We don't really want spoilers right now because we're watching this together and we want to focus, on this day here. But if there's anything big that happens, like okay, the defense they've also rested their case, and now the jury has gone off to deliberate, you let me know. Because then maybe we'll just jump right into day 11 and see the verdict was. But I think the defense probably present the case. Bear says, this is bothering me as a certified caregiver. I can't afford the time to do these things. Thank you so much, Mama Bear, and you're so right. Yeah, this was
Really, Michelle?
especially while spending all the money at the same time. Okay, so we continue on. We're about an hour into about 3 hours of footage that we're going to be watching together.
Oh, this week, Brandis, he's out all week.
So help me believe you when you're telling me that, Jesse, and that's why I'm telling you. Would it be easy enough? Okay, Jesse says she's
Michelle, you're brushing off your clear, right? Before activating?
left charge for first degree homicide. You would have been in intake court today. Your face would have been all over the news. But we're not doing
I've never noticed any cloudiness on your pictures.
So, you know, I mean, help me out there, Jesse. Help me.
Trust me, I inside 4.
When did she drink the vodka?
The night before.
The night before. So the night before she died.
And you know, I thought of this because I don't think I clarified it very well. She had 2,
Got an itch on my eye.
somewhere between I don't know exactly.
How about watermelon? These taste just like Jolly Ranchers, but they're kind of like Swedish fish too. But they taste like Jolly Ranchers. But the texture of Swedish fish.
But it wasn't straight vodka. I want to clarify that because I don't think I said that. It's like, well, she couldn't drink that much that quick. She never drank straight vodka. It was always vodka water. My mom knows that too. But I want to clarify that because I don't think I said that, and I want to make that sure that was said.
So vodka water, Visey.
Yes.
Okay. So when she put it in you're still saying she put it in?
I'm still saying she put it in. I was not there when she did that. I was not there. I came back and the bottles were empty. These were 2-3 days prior when I came back and the bottles were empty. And I asked her where they were.
By the way, in the poll I've just made, I wish I had 5 options. I wish it could have been what do you think the jury's verdict will be. Of course, now the defense still has to present their case. So we're not at verdict watch yet, but not guilty or hung jury, or guilty on all counts, guilty of murder and not the theft is what I mean, or guilty of felony theft and not murder. That's what I can put on for option 4 now. So cast your votes.
Do you think she would have put it in a bottle of vodka? I mean, was it the big Fleischmann's bottle?
It's a big bottle, but there was only about, not a lot.
So would she have put it in there, or would she have put it in her glass?
No, she would have put it in the bottle. Usually she puts her stuff in the bottle.
So the water. Are you there when she puts it in the
No,
water?
I was not there when she put it in either one. I have before, but not this time. And I know when she puts it in the water, I usually can tell because of the time. Usually. But she
Sounds like he's bouncing back towards the house. Usually doesn't stay out too long.
Describe how, when you
Well,
mean
because
by that.
when you uncap I don't know. When you uncap, you can generally know.
Okay.
Because after
I feel bad that kid Aiden, the last 2 times he was supposed to come over, he blew off Dominic. And last week, he ended up missing the bus because we didn't feed him. I told him, I said, that is not a friend, Dominic. A real friend wouldn't blow you off once, let alone multiple times. And he said he's done with them now.
That doesn't make any sense. By the way, before you guys vote,
But he's got no close friends, you know?
just remember she's facing 3 charges. First
So
degree murder,
worried.
2 counts of felony theft. It's 2 counts because they're
Hello.
$0 to $10,000 and the other one is from like 10 to 100,000. You look at those 2 pools. So when I say guilty on all counts, I mean first degree murder and the 2 felony theft charges for the money she stole from Lynn, or just guilty of murder, or guilty of just the felony theft, not the murder. That's what's on the floor there for now.
Out of curiosity, regardless of how she looks, how come that water bottle and the stuff around her, her blanket, and things like that, how come that wasn't taken?
Because at the time, there was nothing suspicious. We didn't think.
I was just curious myself, because I was like, even the blanket, I'm like, I remember that was there.
I mean, hey, Jesse, when we get a call from medical examiner saying that there's a problem, it's not what it looks like that day. Trust me, it threw everybody for a loop. And when you talk about time of the investigation, that's why it took so long. Because clearly, sometimes we gotta do that as cops. What I've seen, and sometimes people overkill, but when we do it for that reason. You never go back. This is one of those
Right.
ones where you only see that time machine and you go back here. So we get I'm sorry, behind the vehicle on this one.
I do want to clarify something else too. That I wanted to clarify.
No, go ahead, clarify.
As far as that paper, I did again. I brought that up today. That is a living will. That is not her.
Okay.
And I really want to clarify that because I know I told her what they signed it, and that was purposely for medical purposes and for her lockbox. And that really bothered me because I really did, and my mom and the attorney actually. Have you guys talked to the attorney about? Yeah, the attorney can attest to that because we called her together and said, like,
We can show they're really smooth here. Any little spots I missed.
she was good about that. Like those papers that were out, she always had everything ready. But I did not know she changed her will. And I really don't. I didn't know I was a personal rep, and I wasn't even on the will before. It was my mom.
That one up there, that's one. What about the others? Thank you, Jinxie, really appreciate it.
Okay.
Questioning the talking. Yeah, she's like, so that's your investigation. Seems flawed. Why didn't you take the blanket and wash that day? Literally questioning the cop now.
All right. Let's see.
Detective, in that clip, Ms. Kraszewski asked you why certain things weren't collected from the scene. Do you remember that?
Yes.
On October 3rd, 2018, if Ms. Kraszewski would have said to anyone from law enforcement that water bottle was full of Izine, would it have been collected?
Yes, very much.
Just a speculation as to what other people would have done.
Sustained. Jury will disregard the answer.
And slide 5, please.
Okay.
But I did not, and that really bothered me because the financial aspect. I know you guys keep going back to that, but if you talk to the attorney, she knows too. Because that was one thing I wanted to do if I got out, was ask her when that was changed. And she can verify that I didn't know either because of when I called.
All right.
And she said, well, I called the last year, actually, I can't tell you.
I have a little bit of pink acrylic
It was split.
on my skin, though, so I'm just getting that off.
I mean, the majority was creditors, so. I didn't know if you guys had talked to the attorney or dealt with any of that, or.
I mean, that's all to do in the
Okay.
first things first.
Buff.
No, because we have a claim getting probate, coming back to probate right now and everything. So I thought maybe you guys were that too.
I mean, we know you're at the probate, but
And honestly, after all the credit cards, between me and Anthony, it was 1300. 13,000. Yeah. After the credit cards. And now we have more credit cards. It was close, but you know, we don't. And that's just because they didn't keep up with everything otherwise. They got the time frame I had, what we were getting forwarded as far as mail and stuff. I knew of the majority, but I didn't obviously know everything. And she had multiple credit cards from the same company that I was in. Like,
What are you guys all doing for Thanksgiving?
no.
Do you guys stay home? Do you go somewhere? I asked Nick if we could stay home this year. He said maybe. I like cooking those big meals for my family, you know. And then we can go see his family at Christmas, you know what I mean?
And I do want to clarify too, because I know you guys are looking at financial. I did not open anything at this past week. Nothing. So I don't know.
Oh, you just continue to use your Gmail account, and we heard the call.
Okay.
Yes, you did. If you can lie like that about the money stuff that we've seen the evidence of, sure. This one can really lie with a straight face, and then also afterwards.
Where that's coming from, but I know that for a fact. I did not touch that. that she was alive. I didn't do anything without her.
Okay. Can you want water? I need for you.
Okay. Ergo file does a good job.
This large tank is filling up. He's like, Visine free, of course. She's like, of course, please. Oh, she can joke about it quite well. Huh? Someone she supposedly loved and took care of died from Visine poisoning, but when they joke about Visine water.
Okay.
Detective, the end of that clip had a comment from you.
My case
Why
broke.
did you say that?
I wanted to see I wanted to see Miss Krajewski's reaction to me.
For my ergo file.
I was questioning how serious she was taking this, and I was gauging. I wanted to see what she would do.
What did you do?
I asked.
Moving to slide 6, please.
Let's get back on this whole thing. So let's go over something. I know Chris will just sit there and say, this guy thinks that you were in her for money. Okay, we talked about yesterday, all right? Now you're saying that you have evidence that can validate your claim that Lynn was trying to hurt herself and that she basically was enlisting your help to do that.
And reactivate.
You have evidence of that. Explain to me why that you're so against showing us
I'm
that.
not against it. I just am not ready yet. That's what it is. I'm not against it. I'm really not.
I'm not against it. I'm really not. I'm just not ready right now. Yeah, Danny Dawn said, I don't think that a mom's going to be called during the defense. I wonder. Just what he said, your sarcastic impression of the awful.
Pretty.
Manipulate the cops that way. Really, they're just playing with it. Like, let's see if I make this girl, what she'll do. She's like, no, vaccine for me. Wow.
All right. What is everybody saying?
Joanne Hendricks, you say,
Oh, Patty. I asked you so many questions.
yes, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Hey, Miss Lasme. Hi. Patty. We were talking about the Secret Santa. What do you think about upping the price range from 15 to, well, the price cap from $15 to $20?
Not that I'm not saying that, I'm just hang on to it forever. I'm not. That's not my plan at all, obviously. But I just, at this point, I don't know where I stand as far as the legal process or.
As far as all you guys
I don't know.
and like everybody who's participating, I would love to spend $20 on one of you, you know? I'd love to be able to spend $20 on all of you. I got the hiccups.
Clip kind of cuts in, and Miss Krajewski's already talking and listing some things. Do you remember that?
Yes.
I'm about to top coat, Patty.
Remember that?
Yes, I do.
In this clip, you just referenced something that
Put my hand
Ms.
in the lamp
Krajewski
for a
has.
minute.
Can you clarify to the jury what you're discussing?
All right, that's fine with you.
The same items.
So the drawing, we draw names on November 15th.
Writings.
Remember we put in that app, and then gifts are due to the person by December 15th.
Alleged that these would indicate that Ms. Vernon was suicidal.
In any portion the jury hasn't viewed, does Ms. Krajewski tell you where those items are?
Not at this point.
Okay. Moving to slide 7.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, is there a dead body hiding in this storage shed? Is there something?
I don't think you guys are going to be able to see the glow. Maybe if I shut the overhead light off, you'll be able to.
I've been able to talk to you guys, but I haven't been able to talk to anybody else. That's hard for me.
Let's say.
You guys are doing your side of stuff.
Yeah, you really can't tell, but they are glowing.
But I need to know.
I can see them when I bend down here to put my light on. They're glowing. I'm gonna definitely do glow pictures. All right, let's wipe off activator. Oh, geez, Patty, you should have told him you were busy, that your show was on.
Let me know, okay? 'Cause I'm not, I don't want you to do
And
that.
I guess that's my biggest thing. I don't wanna, I guess, waste your time.
Ask Brandis. She knows the details about that. Brandis, do we get an email with it, or how do we know who we get?
Questions are doing, but
So you do have the ability to contact them in the jail. In the jail.
She said we can log into it anytime, but I don't have the link or anything.
It's not like, I mean, my mom's looking, she just started.
Yeah, I think Brandis said go to the site.
I don't wanna say it.
I don't even remember what it is. What's it called?
You don't want us to see this, and you don't want us to talk about it. You don't want us to, then why even bring it up, Jesse? Why see that there's this stuff hanging because
Well, and that's why
you said the payments overdue, right? You said the payments
All right. Top coat time. I'm going to do 2 layers. So they'll be extra shiny. So this is a pale pink tip with iridescent glitters in it.
I just need a few days on it. That's where I'm at with that. I'm willing to answer and do anything because that's what I want to do right now. But this I'm just sitting on right now. And it's just something that I just feel I want to. I don't have the best answer except that I want to talk to somebody else about it. That's the only thing I can have to say. Because it's true.
So you just want to ask somebody about the storage issue.
Okay.
So I want to talk to you about the phone stuff a little more, okay?
I was going to ask you that too. Everything you guys did take. Eventually, do we get that back? Or I don't even know what you look up. I know the phone's obviously. Does that ever
Anything about anything that holds evidentiary value for it.
Okay.
Okay. So
I'm assuming you guys took the laptop, right?
yes.
I mean, it's brand new, so there's nothing on there, so I'm not worried, but I was just asking.
Basically all electronics.
Okay, now we're going in for layer number 2 of our top coat. This one has instructions to let it dry for 60 seconds, and it does dry really fast.
We were able to recover a lot of deleted stuff. Yeah, it is good. It is good.
Because I knew there was a lot deleted, so that's why I was hoping that.
So what was
No, you weren't. Because when they
There
show
we
what
go.
they deleted, it's we're looking up household poisons and all stuff like that. So her laughing and saying it's good, it's really good that you discovered those deleted things because I knew you would.
Okay, there we go. Had a little. That's fine.
Yes, welcome.
Just making sure there's no base on my skin. I mean, top coat on my skin. They look pretty good.
why would you have been researching certain poisons?
What peel base are you using, Patty?
She was looking at any options, and I said that. She looked at the pill, she looked at, I mean, I know some of it, I don't remember all of it, but she looked at different options. She looked at a lot of different options.
What's the name of the website, Brandis?
Yeah, like in June of 2019. Some recent poison.
It wasn't poison that she had used, or was it?
I think so.
Then I don't know. I really don't.
You're asking me, Patty, what brand?
I mean, I'd be honest, I don't know.
I used Revel. This dip is called Spark, and it goes pink.
I told you, we watch a lot of, like, the live PD and stuff, so we look up a lot of, like, random things.
It's got like a really light pink base with iridescent glitters in there. Sometimes they look almost like a yellowish tan, but then when you shift, they go iridescent or yellowish or tannish pink maybe. Just depends which way you're looking at the nail.
Yeah, that was all then. I mean, she had a flip phone, didn't like tech. You know what she did? She used my phone. That's Jesse's story. She used her phone.
Okay.
To do those searches.
Oh, your UNT.
Take it,
Keep going back to that one.
and then just start
Are
typing.
you doing a Manny for One Color Wednesday?
If that makes sense, right?
Yeah. That's right.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's myself.
So, Michelle, I hadn't responded back to Melanie yet. I wanted to see what you said first about the whole collab thing, you know what I mean? And just wanted to run it by you because I told her that, we were talking about it and stuff. I just think it's better if we take the lead because otherwise ideas are flying left and right and stuff, you know? Did you say anything in the Dipnotic group? Oh, no, nothing was said yet, right? If you want, I'll put something in or ask Mel to do it so it's more authoritative. Oh, thanks, Brandis.
You believe you would have
Oh, Model 1s.
research, isn't it? Sounds about right.
Now,
Yeah, look at that. It's already dry.
about the perception issue. That's why it's fucking stressing importance of telling the truth from the first time, from the get-go, or even the second time, okay? And then,
I'm using Dip With Me's Meditate Cuticle Oil.
because now that third time and now today, so it's like, nope, never saw the lysine. Nope, yes, there was lysine. Never drank it, never saw it. Yeah, I put something
Supposed to
there
be
one
60
time.
degrees today, so yay. Yesterday it was only 50 and it was
There's no way.
kind of sucky. Woke up this morning, it was raining, but it's cleared up.
Just whether you believe it or not, I don't want to sit here and I don't want to jack you up on these charges. I don't want to sit here and charge you with something that doesn't fit. So I can't stress enough that if there's something that says because helping somebody
It's a lot different than actually doing it yourself.
correct, 100%. So
That's what
Okay.
I thought of this today too, and I thought you guys didn't take her law either. Herself.
No.
And I thought
I'll
that-
probably just use my jacket that I'm wearing. It's black, but it goes with everything, so
she used that
I think
for
I will
numerous
use
times
that.
when she called people prior, like,
And then
pills and things of that nature when she was looking at other options that I didn't.
here's that gold snowflake ring. I know it's fall still,
I was just trying to think of it. Honestly, when I've been sitting here, I've been racking my brain with everything possible.
but
So that's kind of where I'm at. There's a lot of
maybe
things
I'll
that
use it anyway.
over such things.
Here is the finished manicures.
More information.
So I wish I had more information, Jesse.
Okay.
I really do.
Oh, for the Dipnotic. I just wanted to run everything by Mel and just so it's gonna be a festive / winter collab
Does your mom know that she was
on November 15th, the day before release. Dipnotic ambassadors are going to use new collections, but everybody else is invited to participate. If they participate, there's also going to be a giveaway. So if they participate, they get one entry. If they participate and use at least one Dipnotic color, they get a second entry.
She knew about the gun. She knew about the pills. And she knew she was suicidal, but she didn't know to what extent. Because my mom becomes the person she said, did you tell them about the gun? I said, yes, I did.
Yeah, she did, but because we were talking about it in the live yesterday, Michelle and I, before Mel said anything or whatever, it was just like after all the girls were throwing out ideas and stuff. Well, the other thing was I offered to do a live, but she wanted to like incorporate it into the giveaway, like people who are at the live get another entry. into the contest. So, but it would have to be this weekend. So I'm still on the fence about that. I don't know. I want to talk to Nick first. But yeah, we just wanted to like set everything in stone. So thanks, Patty. All right, ladies, I'm going to end the video. Thanks, guys, for being here. This is a pretty dip. I'm glad I finally used it. I'm excited to get some glow pictures because it was glowing bright. That's one thing I've never really had a Revel glow that didn't glow good, but we'll see when I get Rudy because I heard that doesn't glow that great, but that's a red glow and I know red's a hard, so we'll see. I don't know. Have a good afternoon. Enjoy your Tuesday. I shall be around. I'll post on Facebook. And I'll be talking to you guys soon. I'll see you tomorrow too. Love you guys. Bye.
Yes. By now, Ms. Krzyzewski had already stated to us that the items she was referring to earlier